All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and ladies and gentlemen all over the world. Happy to have you this morning. My name is Julius, yet again, to be able to discuss what I believe could be the best strategy, tested and proven, ladies and gentlemen, to give you the results that you need. So today is the 4th of January 2023, and we are here once again, determined set to create a new wave of financial doctrines, ladies and gentlemen, that could determine a better future, but most independently and powerfully, create a new wave of financial distinctions all over the world. Happy to have you with us this morning, and I believe what we're going to discuss today could create a clear definition of what the future attains for everybody all over the world. Today, we have a privilege that we am hosting a friend, a business consultant, a leader, all the way from India, who's going to be discussing our topic for today. He has an experience, ladies and gentlemen, in team building, but more specifically and purely, this gentleman has given in the time and has been able to understand what attails with our business of Royalq. We're already 30 in the house. And with pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, allow me from Uganda travel all over to India and welcome a superstar, a champion of success, a gentleman that I know that comes from the streets of the hard knocks, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman that I'm inviting is an extraordinary business builder. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, he's a coach, a mentor to the many, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world in the industry of network marketing. But today, he's coming here to discuss the industry of cryptocurrency, but more specifically, he's going to be taking you through amazing topics of why crypto, why Bitcoin, and more amazing topics is going to be taking you through today so that you understand why you need to accumulate BTC and how you can use your Royalq platform to accumulate more Bitcoins. With pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, drop me some thumbs up, some love hearts as I invite my one and only friend, a brother, a business builder, all the way from India, and that is none other than leader Manish. Welcome, sir.
Wow, wow. And it's a great pleasure to hear from you, sir. Such lovely words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me here and letting me take this opportunity to share some knowledge with all of you people. All you people. I can see many people are from the different parts of the world. All all are here to learn something new. All are here to be a learner, and all are here to hear about cryptocurrency. Right. So I welcome all of you. Welcome all of you, especially some lovely leaders from my country, India. I can see Mrs. Soumya Rastogi. She's my upline. She's my leader. I can see Miss Sujata. So welcome all of you. And I can see many leaders from different parts of the world. Welcome all of you. So the topic today is why we should trade in cryptocurrency and why we need to accumulate more and more crypto. So if I ask you to just reply in the chat, why do you trade in crypto market and why do you want to accumulate more and more crypto? What is the reason behind it? Can anyone answer me in the chat? I can see, I can read your chats. Why do you want to work in crypto market? Why do you want to trade in crypto market? And why do you want to collect more and more of cryptos? Everybody, please answer. Please reply in the chat. What is the main reason? What is the main purpose why you are trading in crypto market, and why do you want to get more and more crypto? Okay, some good answers are coming. First one from Wealthy Queen, welcome. And many people, Sujata ji is saying to be financially wealthy, to be financially healthy, okay, to gain financial freedom, to build wealth, to be financially, you trade to collect more cryptos, ultimately at the end, more profit. Right. Very good. For financial freedom. Crypto is the new currency. Absolutely. Absolutely. To accumulate crypto. Okay. Namasa is saying they are volatile yet assets that can appreciate. To accumulate. To accumulate. Okay. That's where the world is going to go through. And again, we need money. Right. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely answer. Lovely answers. So from your answers, I can read that most of you want to become financially free, and you know that crypto is the future of money. Crypto is the future of money. It is not only a future of money; it is the best performing digital in the world. It is the best performing asset in the world that you can compare it with any other asset. What all assets do we need to accumulate? Why do we accumulate assets? First of all, as if anybody has read some books written by the famous author Robert Kiyosaki, he always says to accumulate more and more assets. Why does he say that? We need, if we want to become financially free, if we want to become wealthy, we want to we want to collect more and more assets. We want to accumulate more and more assets, because assets are something that grows over the period of time. Asset is something that increases in value over the period of time. So what all assets do we have in the market that we can collect, we can accumulate, and we can grow in value over the period of time? First of all, many people, they collect gold. They accumulate more and more gold, especially in India. Our parents ask us, our parents guide us to accumulate more and gold. Gold is a precious metal. Gold has a very good value. So it increases its values. And one thing you must agree, you must already know that the only thing you don't want to accumulate is your is your currency, is your national currency, whichever part of the world you're coming from. Because you can see in the past many years, the currency is losing its value. In India also, we every year we talk about this topic, that our rupee, that is the currency of India, is losing its value. US dollar is losing its value. The things you could purchase 5 years back or 10 years back, you cannot purchase the same amount of, same quantity of, with the same amount of money, whichever part of the world you have. I hope you agree with this, because the money is losing the value. So we need to accumulate something that is increasing in value, that is not decreasing in value, right? So we must accumulate something that is appreciating, appreciating our wealth. So different assets we can accumulate, like I said about gold, or you can accumulate real estate. If you have enough money, you can buy some property, some land, and you can wait for a longer period of time, maybe 10 years, 15 years, that it can accumulate in value, it can appreciate in value. We do it all the time. And there are many assets which appreciates in value. But if you compare with all the assets in the world, each and everything you can possibly think, can be which can be accumulated to increase its worth over the next 5, 10 years or 15 years. If you compare all of them with one 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 digital asset, that is Bitcoin. One digital asset that is Bitcoin. And if you compare how much growth Bitcoin has given over the last 10 years or 14 years, you will be surprised that it is far, far, far beyond. It is far beyond. It is far more than each and every asset in the world. No other asset has grown this much in value as the Bitcoin has been. That is the one reason everybody, every millionaire, every billionaire in the world is is thinking about accumulating, is focusing on accumulating more and more Bitcoin. And that is the reason why Bitcoin prices are rising. So it is absolutely true if we call this new asset form of digital currency, Bitcoin, as a digital gold, because it has the same properties, the same value, it has the same purpose. We need to buy and accumulate Bitcoin as we accumulate, as we buy, as we accumulate more and more of gold or any other asset. And it is much better, much more in growth. I hope you agree. I hope you agree. If you agree, type one in the comment. If you just type one in the comment. If you agree with me, type one in the comment. All right. All right. So when we are talking about Bitcoin, thank you, lovely leaders. Thank you. So when we are talking about Bitcoin and we are talking about its growth, so let me share with you one beautiful chart that you must have seen before also. But let me share and let me share some key points about that particular chart. So just let me open that chart. Just give me 1 second. I hope my voice is loud and clear, Leader Julius.
Yes, Manish, you are loud and clear, very much clear. You carry on.
Thank you so much. So let me take you to the beautiful chart. When I saw this chart for the first time, I was amazed. I hope you can see the screen, and let me rotate the screen, and you can also the, adjust your screen to the full screen mode, so you can have a better idea at about this chart. This is a beautiful chart in multiple colors. People call it rainbow chart. People call it stock to flow chart. But the technical name of this chart is logarithmic chart. This is called logarithmic chart. Some people also call it stock to flow chart. So what exactly it represents? What is the point behind this chart? This is a Bitcoin price chart over the last 14 years. So as you all know, yesterday was 3rd of January, and we celebrated the 14th birthday of Bitcoin. 14th birthday of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was started. You can see, if you can see here, Bitcoin was started on 3rd January 2009. 2009. So we exactly are 14 years celebrating the 14th birthday of Bitcoin. We just celebrated yesterday. So if you feel this excitement of 14th birthday of Bitcoin, you can type in the chat, happy birthday to Bitcoin. You can type in the chat. We just completed 14 years of this wonderful, wonderful digital gold. This the the best performing asset in the world. So as you can see in this chart, as you can see in this chart, there are two sides of the chart, left and right, right? This one is indicating the prices of the chart over the period of time. Are These are the years. So as you can see, you can zoom it also if you can read it properly. It started from 2009 and now we are 14 years ahead. We are in 2023 and the Bitcoin prices are rising over the last 14 years. It has been a volatile market. It has been seen many ups and downs, many bear markets, many bullish market. But if we if we see this, the movement of the chart, see the movement of the prices over the period of time, you can see it is an uptrend. It is exactly an uptrend, right? So what this chart explains? What does this chart explains? You can see these dotted blue lines. There are four of them right here. What are these lines? These are called Bitcoin halving. This is a very, very important event. It happens every 4 years in the history of Bitcoin. The first time, the first halving was here, and you can note the date also 26th of November. I think it is 28th of November 2012. So the first halving was 2012. The next halving, the second halving in 2016. That is exactly 4 years after the first halving. In the third halving, we also saw in 2020. Means the halving happens every 4 years. And what is this? What is this halving about? What is this halving about? It is actually a technical event that cuts the reward of the miners of Bitcoin to half. Every 4 years, they cut the half of miners to the half. And usually, what we see in this price chart, first of all, it was the last halving. You can see here, 2020. So you can easily understand the next halving when it is coming. It is going to happen sometime in the starting first quarter or the second quarter of 2024. So we are just 1 year waiting for the next halving. We already are into 2023, and after 1 year, we will be witnessing, all of us, if we are still in the cryptocurrency industry, we will be witnessing the most important event in the Bitcoin, that is the Bitcoin halving, and this will be the fourth halving, right? So what happens? How this halving is important? Why this halving is important? You must understand this chart clearly. So we need to understand what is the purpose of why we need to accumulate more and more crypto. We are talking about the purpose. We are talking about the why we are working in crypto, why we are trading in crypto, why we need to accumulate more and more of crypto and the more and more of Bitcoin. So as you can see in this chart, the prices are rising and falling. Prices are rising and falling, rising and falling every year, right? So why this happens? Because sometimes the buyers increases and sometimes the sellers play the role. So whichever is more, whichever the buyers is more, so the prices will increase. If the sellers are more in numbers, the price will decrease. And this happens every year. This happens every month. You can see in this chart, when the Bitcoin started, when the Bitcoin was first first block of Bitcoin was mined in 2009, 3rd January, exactly 14 years before. So there was a person named, anonymous name as Satoshi Nakamoto. You must have heard of Satoshi Nakamoto. He is believed to be the founder of Bitcoin, but nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto, whether he is a man or a woman, or he's a group of people? Is he American? Is he a Chinese? Is he a Japanese? Is he an African? Nobody knows. But after he launched the Bitcoin white paper and he disappeared. Until the date, the Bitcoin has been running, and people are buying and selling and accumulating more and more of Bitcoin because of its increase in value, increase in prices. So this why we call it the most potential, most profitable asset in the world. If you can see here, when the Bitcoin was launched 14 years back, its price was below $1. It was costing below $1. Exactly, if I try to write here, it was just 0.5, $0.4, $0.4. And what is the price right now? What is the price right now? Can anybody tell me? What is the price right now? The current price of Bitcoin? I think it is here around $16,700, $16,700. It is right. It's the current price of Bitcoin, right? We have seen many ups and downs, but the current price today's price is 16,700. So if we just calculate how much percentage the Bitcoin price has increased over these last 14 years, from $0.4 to $16,700, you can calculate it in your own calculator. So let me give you one figure in percentage. In percentage, how much percentage it has been increasing? You can read here, 2,450. Is it the percentage growth? Is it good enough? If I tell you it has increased in value 2,450% from the last 14 years, is it good or is it bad? Now let me correct it. You can add three, three more zeros here. Now you can read this. How much is the value? This is the approximate percentage growth in the last 14 years. More than 2 million percent growth. Around 2.5 million percent growth is the growth of Bitcoin in the last 14 years. And I'm talking about the today's price that is in the bearish market. We have already seen this price to around 69,000 US dollar. We have already seen this price to increase to touch to $69,000. So you can very well understand why we are talking about Bitcoin and why we need to accumulate more and more of this beautiful, beautiful and most profitable digital asset in the world. As you can see in this chart, you can see in this chart, and anyone can make out of this picture of these prices that Bitcoin. Let me close first of all my notifications because they are disturbing. Just give me 1 second. Okay, maybe this will work. Right. So if you carefully see in this chart, anybody can calculate this thing. Anybody can understand this chart just by seeing what was the habit of prices going up and down every 4 years. So if we divide this whole chart in four parts, in four eras, the first era that we call is the pioneers era. Pioneers era means when nobody knew what is Bitcoin, nobody was thinking about it seriously, yet few people started taking interest. taking interest in this, and few people started believing in this. So the prices went from $0.4, $0.4 to around $10 in this era. In this era, the prices went to around $10. Sorry for this interruption. Somebody is sending messages and it's not blocking. Okay. Some people are so free. This is a lot of messages, right? Uh, Close it first. Actually, I need to close it. No, I hope this doesn't disturb anymore. Okay. So I was talking about the four eras we saw of the Bitcoin. If we divide this whole chart into four, just every part is divided by these four lines. That is the Bitcoin halving lines. So from the year 2009 to the first halving that happened in 2012, the price increased from $0.4 to around $10. Some people were thinking about Bitcoin. Some people started investing their money just to test it. What is this new thing? And it increased to around $10 here, right? Then the first halving happened. Then the first halving happened here around two. And what was the next? What was the next market condition after that? The prices were increasing. The prices started increasing, and more people now wanted to accumulate Bitcoin. Now more people were talking seriously about Bitcoin, and this era was called spectacular era. Spectacular era means that more and more people were now investing in Bitcoin because they saw that the Bitcoin went from $0.4 to around $10 in the last era, and after this halving happened, the prices were increasing very in a very good manner, right? So the highest price in this era was, you can see, if you can see this $1,000 mark. It touched a little bit higher, around $1,000. So from the $1 to $10 and then to $1,000, this was an incredible rise in the prices in this era. The next halving happened 2016 in 2016, and now the prices were again increasing, again rising, and it touched to around $10,000 mark. See here, the $10,000 line, it crossed above 10,000. Then the next halving happened, the third halving, that was in 2020, just 3 years back. And now we already living in this third era that is called the corporate era. Why it is called a corporate era? Because now the more and more big institution, big corporates are taking interest in Bitcoin. You already hear many good news in the market. Many big investors, many big companies, many big corporates, many big institutions are already investing in Bitcoin. You already know all this. So we saw a highest of 69,000 mark in this era just 1 year back, just last year. So if we can analyze this chart in some technical way, you can see that after every halving, the prices are already increasing. It is a habit of this chart. Two things we must note. We must note two things in this chart. we can learn two things from this chart. First thing, every in every era, if I can point here, a new all-time high. What is all-time high? The all-time highest price of the Bitcoin that breaks the previous high. So in every era, we see a new all-time high, a new ATH of Bitcoin. Every era, and it is increasing and increasing, and every 4 years it is touching a new high. Right. Second thing, you can learn from this chart. Before the halving happens, before this halving happens, the prices tends to decrease. They tends to fall down. You can see here, you can see before the second halving happens, the prices have fallen down. You can see in the retail traders era, the prices were falling down. And when the halving happened, the prices are going up. Every time the halving happens, the prices are going up. So you can understand the habit of this chart, habit of this market, that before every halving is about to come, the prices are falling down. And once the halving has happened, once the event has happened, the prices are going up, and it reaches to a new all-time high, in the next era. And now, where are we in the time zone? We are around here. We are around here, and we are already seen the last year was a bearish year. We already seen the last year 2022 was a very bearish time. Prices are falling from 69,000 to around 15,000. It was the lowest, I think, 15,000 point. So this we have already witnessed. We have been witnessing in every era that a new all-time high has been created. Second thing, before the halving happens, the market prices are falling down 1 year or 2 years back. And after the halving happens, it is about to increase and touch a new all-time high. Right? So if anybody can read these things in this chart, if anybody can understand these things in this chart, we can easily predict what is going to happen after the next halving, after the next year 2024. What is about to happen? If you can see this blue line here, anybody can see this blue line that is running here? This is a trend line. This is the trend line of this chart, and the prices are touching these lines. It is a support. It is a support and resistance line. This is the trend line of this chart, and the prices are supporting, and prices are touching this chart, this line, and following it every year, right? So if we can predict, if we can analyze this chart, and we can predict what is about to happen after the next halving that is coming in next year, the we can see the next all-time high. It is most likely that it will touch this mark. If you can see this mark in the left side of the chart, that is the highest chart price in the chart, and it is 1 million. So many big experts in the world, they have already predicted this price of Bitcoin, that it can touch to 1 million or above after the next halving is happening, after 2024, maybe around mid of 2024, or around early 2025. It is going to cross the 1 million mark. And some of the experts are even more positive about this. They are even more bullish about it. Some are expecting it to cross 2 million chart, 2 million price. And some are even believing that it can cross around 5 million US dollar per Bitcoin. Per Bitcoin. But if we take it if we take in the minimum value that is expected, that is clearly showing in this chart, that it can go above, it can go beyond 1 million. So this is a great, this is a great opportunity for all of us, for every people on this, in this world, who can read this chart, who can understand this thing, that this is the greatest opportunity for everyone, because the prices right now are around 16,000 or 17,000. If anybody enters the market now and starts to accumulate some amount of crypto, some amount of Bitcoin, depending on their financial capacity. Suppose you invest something, some of your capital in Bitcoin, and just accumulate, just hold it for the next 1 or 2 years. You clearly see that it can go beyond 1 million mark. You can see clearly from this chart. This is this is the definite prediction. The most of the experts in the world are talking about it. So anybody who understands this chart can easily predict that how much profit we can earn, how much wealth we can create in the coming 1 or 2 years. I hope you agree. I hope you see what we are talking about. This is a big, huge opportunity that anybody, if we understand and we can start accumulating more and more of Bitcoin and other cryptos also. Why not only Bitcoin? Why other cryptos also? Because if you read, if you go to a site coinmarketcap.com, coinmarketcap.com, so uh, it shows there that Bitcoin has the highest dominance. BTC has the highest dominance. It is around 40%. 40% is the dominance of Bitcoin. What is the dominance? What is exactly a dominance of Bitcoin? Dominance means that it can influence other coins in the market up to 40%. In simple language, if the Bitcoin prices are rising, all other coins in the market, all other currencies in the market, 99% will follow it. They will rise in prices also. So there are 22,000 different cryptocurrencies in the world, and almost 500 of them are available in Binance and different exchanges. And out of that, the top 75 coins, top 80 coins are available in Royalq. So if we accumulate any of the crypto, if the Bitcoin prices are about to rise in the next 1.5 year, all other coins will also rise in the price. This is bound to happen. So if we can accumulate some of the cryptos, some of the coins, the best coins in the market, we can create a huge wealth for our families. We can create a huge fortune for ourselves. So this is why we need to study this chart. This is why we need to understand this chart, why it is so important, why we need to accumulate more and more crypto. So when I asked why we are trading in crypto, why we are working in cryptocurrency market, the only purpose that we must have, all of us must have, that is to accumulate more and more crypto, not to earn money. Your purpose should not be to earn money right now. Your purpose should not be to pay your landlord bills or your electricity bill right this month. Pay your children's fees this month. Pay your expenses this month. Your goal should not be so small, just to earn money from this every month. Your main goal, your main purpose, your main why should be to accumulate more and more of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies for at least the next 1 or 2 years. Because we clearly see in this chart that the more and more of digital asset that we can accumulate, that that is going to cross 1 million or maybe 2 million mark, and we all can become super wealthy. We all can we all can fulfill all our dreams, all our families dreams, from this wonderful opportunity. So try to accumulate more and more crypto in the coming 1 or 2 years, and you will thank that you saw this chart, you saw this lesson, and you understood the importance of accumulating. And your children are going to thank you that you started accumulating crypto at the right time, before the halving. We are so lucky that we are 1 year just before this halving is going to happen, and we are in the correct market at the correct time. The only person who is successful in the world is the one who can recognize the opportunity, who can who can see the opportunity and act on the opportunity at the correct time. Because as leader Julius always says, the action takers are the money makers. The action takers are the money makers. If you are seeing this opportunity, if you are seeing this chart, if you understand this, the meaning of this chart, and still you do not act, that then our fortune will not be changing. We cannot change our future just by seeing or understanding this chart. But if we act upon it, if we start acting now, for the next 1 or 2 years, we can easily achieve our goals. I hope this makes some sense. I hope this makes some sense to you, and you got some knowledge from here, from this chart. I hope my point is clear. Happy birthday, BTC. Well, so much for all your lovely comments. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. Now to the next topic. Now to the next topic. We understood why of this opportunity, why we need to accumulate more and more of Bitcoin or other, because we can see now that it is a clear opportunity. Only those who don't see and act on this wonderful opportunity now, they were they will be the ones that will be regretting in the coming 2 years. So now to the next topic, of the day. We understood that why we need to accumulate more and more crypto, and what is the meaning of this chart. So we must understand how can we accumulate this Bitcoin and more of this. How can we do this? If we understand why, we can easily find out how. First, we need to understand the why of anything. Then we can easily find out how we can do it. There are many ways. There are many ways. There are so many ways that we can accumulate. How we can accumulate more and more of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. There are many ways. Let me read this chat first. Okay. So coming to the how part of the today's topic, how we can accumulate more and more of Bitcoin, more and more of crypto, and what is the best method to accumulate more with a small capital. If we have a huge capital, if you have a huge capital, if you have $16,000 or more, you can buy some Bitcoin. You can buy one Bitcoin with $17,000 if you have. If you have if you have $35,000, you can buy two Bitcoin and keep it for the next 2 years. It will go and increase in value. That is the simplest of the method. So first way, what is the first way? How we can accumulate? The first way is to buy, buy and hold. That is called hodling in technical terms. Hodl. Hodl means to buy whatever whatever capital you have right now, what you can hold for the next 1 or 2 years or 3 years. You can buy as much as of your cryptocurrencies, as much as of Bitcoin, and hold for the and wait for the next 2 years. It is just like you invest some in some real estate. You buy some land, you buy some property, you buy some house or commercial property, and you wait for the next 2 years or 5 years, so the price will increase and then you can sell it. So this is the simplest of method, right? Second method is you can start mining. You can also start your own mining. A lot of people are mining Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If you have all the knowledge, if you have all the resources, you can start and mine your own Bitcoin. And you know the Bitcoin rewards some quantity, some amount of Bitcoin to all the people who mine. They reward them with some amount of Bitcoin. So this way you can generate new coins in the market and you can earn some reward also. So this is the second method. That is a some technical method. You need lot of knowledge about it. You need lot of resources, a lot of capital also for this method. This is not easy for everyone. It is not easy, but buying and holding is easy, right? Third method that all the exchanges like Binance or Huobi provides, that is staking. Staking. What is staking? It is just like you open an fixed deposit account in your bank account. You deposit some money and you can ask the manager that I need to open an FD. It is just like FD. You open an FD in your bank with a capital you can, and you keep it for the next 5 years or 10 years, and you can earn some interest, annual interest on this. In the same way, you can open a staking account in your exchange. Whatever crypto you have, whatever amount of crypto you have, you can give it to staking, and the exchange will give you some interest, some yearly interest, and the interest you will get is also in the form of the same currency, the same coin. So this way you can increase more and more of this every year. But this cannot give you a big a big return every year, because it is a fixed amount of return you can have, right? You can earn only just like you earn in a bank account. What is the best method to accumulate more and more crypto apart from all these three methods that we see in the market? The best method that I personally like, and you will also believe, somebody is asking for some link to start mining. We don't work on mining here. We're not a mining project here. I'm just giving you some examples, some options, how you can accumulate and generate more and more of crypto, right? It is up to you. If you want, you can search on Google, you can search on different websites, but I'm just telling you what are the different ways to accumulate more and more crypto. First is you can buy and hold it. Second, you can go for mining. That is a more and more difficult process. That is a much difficult process, and you need a lot of capital for it, lot of knowledge for it, a lot of time for it. Easiest way is the staking part. Easiest way is the staking, but it gives you the least amount of return. The least amount of return. Okay. So I am telling about the best way. So just if you can listen, if you can compare all the ways, different ways that we are talking about, you can yourself see that which is the best way to accumulate, and you must go for the best way. And the best way we found, we can accumulate, we can grow our capital, we can grow our Bitcoin and keep on increasing it every day. Every day you can add more and more of it to your portfolio, to your wallet, in your account. That is by trading. We are we are here to trade cryptocurrency with the help of Royalq. Royalq is an automated tool. It is an automated digital application that trades for you on your behalf inside your crypto exchange without even you going in the market and trading yourself. It automates your trading and gives you best possible profit every day from the crypto market, and it eliminates the risk of fear. It eliminates the risk of losses in the market. So if you don't want to see any losses, if you want to just enjoy your profits every day, and that too on auto mode, so this is what Royalq provides you. Royalq helps you to accumulate more and more crypto and earn daily profits from crypto market without, even if you don't have much knowledge, if you don't have much time to personally go and read the market charts, still you can earn more and more of crypto from this wonderful market with the help of this miracle tool that is Royalq. So how Royalq helps you to accumulate more and more crypto from trading, that we can we will about we are about to discuss now. So for this, to understand the trading, let me take you to the Royalq application, and I will try to explain some good facts about why Royalq is the best one. If you want to accumulate more and more of crypto, more and more of Bitcoin especially, so let me open my Royalq app. For the new persons here who are attending for the first time, this is how Royalq looks like. This is how Royalq looks like. And you can see here, if we go to the quantitative, that is a market which we find all the coins available in Royalq. Now you can see here clearly what we are talking about. We have three different markets. You can see here, we have the USDT market, we have the BTC market, and we have the Ethereum market. So if you can take advantage of all the three markets available in Royalq, we can take advantage of all the three markets available in Royalq. If we want to accumulate more of this particular currency, so if you want to accumulate USDT for you, if you want to accumulate USDT, you can go for the USDT market. If you want to accumulate more and more of Bitcoin for you, you can go to the Bitcoin market. And if you love Ethereum, if you are a fond of Ethereum coin, you can go to Ethereum market and you can trade Ethereum here. And the purpose we trade in these three markets are that we want to accumulate more and more of these cryptocurrencies in our wallet. If we trade in USDT, you will collect more and more of USDT. If we trade in BTC market, we will accumulate more and more of Bitcoin, and so with Ethereum. So what we just saw in the logarithmic chart, that the best coin in the world, that is called the king of all the cryptocurrencies, that is Bitcoin. And in my opinion, the Bitcoin is the best choice for you to accumulate more and more because it has 40% dominance. It is the first coin, and we already saw what potential it has in the coming 1 or 2 years after the halving happens. What we need to do, if we want to accumulate more and more of Bitcoin in our wallet, we can start the BTC market, and we can trade in BTC market to accumulate more and more of crypto, of Bitcoin. So what I'm going to do is, we can go to the BTC market from here, and now we have around 5 to 6 different coins, different pairs that we can trade in BTC. We have different pairs that we can trade in BTC. You can see there. So for example, if I try to explain, if you want to trade in this particular pair, that is Link BTC. So what you require to have, first of all, you must have some amount of BTC in your wallet, in your exchange, and you can trade on Link coin or any other coin available in this market. And the purpose is to increase your BTC, increase and accumulate more and more of BTC. How we can increase? How it is going to help you increase? Because if you trade Link and BTC from here, you start with some amount of BTC. Suppose you have one BTC. Suppose you have one BTC, just for example, and you start trading Link, the Link coin with BTC you have, and you will pay BTC to buy some amount of Link. You will trade BTC to buy some amount of Link. And when the Link prices is increasing, when the Link prices increases, what the robot will do? The robot will sell Link coin and give you back a more of BTC. Give you back more of BTC than you first traded it. Suppose you traded with one BTC. Now, if the robot buys some amount of Link, and when the Link prices increases, it will sell the Link and give you some more BTC. Suppose it gives you 1.1 BTC. If it gives you 1% profit, so it will give you 1.2 BTC. So now you have more of BTC. So the robot will go on in trading this 24/7, because it is a wonderful non-stop application that works 24/7 without taking a single day leave. And every time it sees some opportunity in the market, every time it can trade for you, it will increase you and give you more and more of BTC. So this way you can go on increasing your BTC quantity in your exchange, inside your exchange, even without even without even giving it to anyone else, without even investing in any other scams or different ROI companies, and without even taking any risk. So this is the easiest and the most, you can say, most profitable way, the best way you can accumulate more and more of BTC without taking any risk and without any technical knowledge even. But you require some little knowledge about how you can set up the trading parameters, so the robot can work for you in the most efficient manner. Because we want the robot to work for you in the most efficient manner, we need to learn some strategies. We need to learn some facts and parameters, how we can take the maximum advantage, take the maximum benefit from this wonderful robot, because it is working for you semi-automatic. It is a semi-automatic robot. It waits for your instructions to be set. Once you set the instruction, it will start giving you automatic results. So first thing you need to do is to learn what is the best strategy, what is the best way you can take the full advantage of this robot, and it can work for you non-stop all the year. All of the year, it can work for you non-stop. So there are different strategies you can, and I will try to give you some best strategies that you can use. But which one you choose, that depends on on your knowledge, on your capital, and it is your decision. After all, it is your decision which one you want to use and how much capital you want to use, right? I can only guide you which is the best thing, which is the best strategy, and what are the different options available, right? So once we come to Royalq app, first thing, what is the first thing we need before we start? We have an account in our exchange, whichever exchange you are working in. Like you can see, this is the Binance exchange. If I can show you different exchanges, if you have an account in Huobi or Coinbase or Indodex or Kraken, whichever exchange you have an account in, you can connect your exchange account with Royalq, and you can let the robot trade for you and accumulate more and more crypto. So suppose we are working in Binance. So first thing we need to have, we must have some amount of BTC in our Binance. In our Binance. If we don't have BTC, you can add your capital in the form of USDT. Just go to Binance and use the P2P method. I suppose all of you know about it. You just add your capital in the form of USDT and then buy some BTC from this USDT, or you can convert it. You can convert it also. It just takes 5 minutes time, and you can now start with the amount of BTC you have, right? But before that, we must understand what should be the best amount of BTC if we want that the robot will work for you non-stop all the year without any break, without any problems or issues. So you must understand how much BTC you want to trade for. So let me open any of the coins. Suppose I open this link BTC. So once you have some amount of BTC in your exchange, now you can come here and set the parameters yourself, right? Set the parameters and let the robot trade for you, right? So what we want to do now, we just click on the first pair, that is link BTC. You can select any of the pairs, whichever you like. And now you go to this trade settings, right? You go to trade settings. So now you must take some notes, because sorry, I want to change this one because it has been edited. Let's take some other, let's take LTC, right? And we go to trade setting again, right? So this is a page you will see in trade setting. This is where you can set the parameters and start the robot to trade for you and accumulate more and more of BTC, right? It will work for you according to the parameters you have set on this page. This is your trade setting, and you must learn how to give the best trade settings so the robot can trade for you in the best manner, in the best way. If your trade settings are poor, your trade settings are not very efficient, the robot cannot help to give you the best results if your trade setting is not up to the mark, it is not efficient, because it follows your commands, it follows your parameters which you have to set, right? So first of all, we must know how to set the best possible, best efficient way for the robot to trade for us, right? So when we come here, we are so blessed, we are so lucky that Royalq provides us the best and the most efficient trade settings that you just that you are seeing on this page. That are the default settings, that Royalq itself gives you. So if you are a newcomer, if you are a beginner and you don't know how to set your trade setting, how to set your parameters, and you don't find any of your seniors that is willing to help you. So if you don't know how to do it, Royalq itself provides you the best way to do it, the best settings. So as you can see here, this is the default setting. These are the default settings. What is this first thing? That is the first buy-in amount. The first buy-in amount is here given by Royalq 0.0002 BTC. That is the minimum amount of BTC you can trade on every call. On every call, that is the minimum first buy-in amount, right? So this is the first thing. Next thing, you can see here how many margin calls do you want to give. How many margin calls do you want to give? I hope all of us already know about all these parameters. So I'm not going to explain everything. What are the different functions and what is the uses of these different features? So I will just go to the best setting that Royalq provides you as a default setting. If you don't find anyone to help you, just ask robot what is the best setting, and it will give you. It will give you. So this is the default setting that Royalq gives you. You don't need to change it. You don't need to change anything here, right? So you can keep the margin calls as 7, or you can, if you know how much capital you have, so you can increase or decrease it also. They already given you the take profit percentage and the margin and the take profit callback and the buy in callback. These are preset, you can say, right? So the most important thing, on which all your trading profit depends, that will decide how much BTC you will accumulate in this market, and that will decide how much efficient your trade is going to go. That is your margin configuration. How well you design your margin configuration.